Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of growing money over time. This is standard 8.12c in the great state of Texas, and we're using item number 7 of the 2024 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. All right, so we've got an account here, an investment account. Shakira is investing $200 a year, and then we're getting a little bit of interest. So every year she continues to deposit 200 bucks, and she's going to get that 2% interest. So they've calculated our ending balance at the end of year one, the end of year two, and then we're supposed to find the statement that shows what's going to happen at the end of each year. Well, we can actually, to make sense of it, we can actually use our reference materials here. Because if you look at the very bottom, right, it doesn't say it's compound or simple interest. So when it doesn't say anything, we can just assume it's going to be that simple interest, right? So we see that I equals PRT, right? So that's going to be the calculation that we're going to use, right? So that's that interest. So that P is the principal. So how much money are we starting with? Well, it's going to be 200 to begin with, right? Right there. And then what is the rate, right? 2%, let's make that a decimal. And then time is just going to be 1 year, which means we're just basically going to calculate 200 times 0.02. Let's get our calculator out. And let's do 200 times 0.02. And let's see. We did not get the multiplication. Let's try that. There we go. All right, 4. So that's where the $4 comes in. Now, you have to take your $4, add it back to the principal, and now we've got our 204. Now, for our second year, numbers have changed. Our principal is now our ending balance, okay? That 204 plus, remember, she's doing an extra deposit of 200 every year. So this principal is now going to be $404 because she ended the year with 204, and then she's adding another 200. Now we calculate interest. So it's going to be that 404 times that 0.02. 404 times, let's see, 404 times 0.02. That's where you get your 808, which now you have to add, and it's just 1 year, so we just don't need to multiply that by the 1. We need to add it to, and then what do we start with? We start with 404, right? There's your 412. So if we wanted to do it for next year, we would take our 412, we would add $200, right? We would get 612.08. We'd multiply that by 0.02 to get the interest, and then we would add that to your balance. Okay, so that's how we're calculating it. Let's see which of these best matches what we've been doing. So the balance increased by 2% of the sum of 200 and 204. Well, we are using the balance of 2%. You notice that same repetition here in all four answer selections. But so really what we're trying to figure out is what's happening to our balance in our starting sum. We're not adding 200 and 204 every year. This one is good, but it's not always going to be 204. It's going to be 200 plus whatever you ended up with your ending balance. So that's not going to work. The balance increases by 2% of 200. No, it's 2% of 200 plus whatever your ending balance is. This is just the deposit you're doing each year. The balance increases by 2% of the prior year's ending balance. Okay, so if I could put this together and this together, then we're good because I need 200 plus prior year's ending balance put together. And that's what we're going to get here on D. The sum of prior year's ending balance and the extra 200 bucks. So my answer here is D.